It's really fun. Like, it's fun like the M6 is fun.
Like, do you notice the difference between like the M11 to the M10 at all? Like, is there anything stand out?
This is way better. This light looks good. I like the gate open and the light hitting the gate. Thank you. Yo, shooting at 50 it's so tight. Like, going from 28 only to 50, it's nice though, because it definitely adds a whole different layer of depth to your work. And it's cool to be able to shoot with like bokeh actually. Like, I think the thing that I like shooting with the 50 the most is like actually being able to like have a bokeh look to my shots. Like shooting 28, it don't really matter. Like everything in focus, low key. Fire. I'm gonna bump it up. Got the OG inspired. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show me this. Shoot it like F8. Yo, one thing about the 52 that I gotta remember is like not shooting like super bokeh shots every single time on low apertures. It's like shoot at high apertures too. Like it looks sexy with everything. I'm gonna get this. Ooh, this is hard. This is fly with the 50. Shoot like F11 with the. This is actually like fun to shoot with. And I think it is because it's like a little slimmer, the way that it feels fun. I like it. I want it. Oh, this is good. Let's see, if I just like cut everything out, I want like that too. That's cool. Got him. I actually have a theory. I feel like the 50 is like the lens that starts to make your work feel like really polished and like editorial.
Well, remember when you got the 50 and you sent me that set?
And you loved all
like,
50
bro,
shit.
I was like, bro, this is my favorite set by you.
All the shit that
You were
you
like, for real?
because it was all 50. Everything you like was the 50 stuff.
Like that also is like personal taste. Like my eye likes.
This light is bussin'. Yo, these houses are sick. This one's sick. Is that light hitting that rose? I think so.
Random bark.
I think so. Yo, I really don't like doing this. This is not my style. I'm kind of weird about it. I don't like using screens, but I'm gonna use it for this little shot of the rose. I actually despise this. This is like the worst thing ever. I know it's a bit ridiculous. It's just so much easier. All right.
Shit, that's not.
It's so much. Yo, I don't want to bash Fuji. It's not about that. I might just cut this anyway. Kind of like a little troller. The motion is cool. I think 200. Let me double check. I think it was like 256 gig. internal storage in here. And so if you leave your SD card, which I did for like a whole day, and I was still good.
We're never trying to like add for the sake of adding stuff. It's more of like refining. And that's why I'm like so curious on this. Is like, you know, clearly this is going to take the digital spot if Leica sends some stuff. If Leica hooks you up, and that's your digital, and then you got the M6. And
get it with the extra, with all the flowers in this joint. Yo, the colors are crazy in the summertime. Well, option to pick, you can go large, raw is 60, medium at 36, and small at 18, so you can kind of pick, which is nice. I've been shooting medium. If it's like for work, I'll shoot on large. Did like one job with this, so.
That interface is actually like really clean.
It's so clean.
Too.
Like, touch, it's smooth. I like it. Yeah, the one fun thing about getting to shoot at the 50 is like being able to like punch in and like really get detail shots. Like, that's an exciting element to my work that I'm excited to like introduce, like super nice details. Go right in. Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah, cheated, let me get perfect. The light on the steps. That feels, it's kind of, the shadow on that's pretty cool. Hold on. It's like, I just want to shoot with like one lens only. Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode of walking around Fort Greene with the M11-P. Big shouts out to Kyle, the homie, for filming that and recording that. We actually got way more in store. We're gonna dial in on the video making, cook up some stuff, try to get Mark in the mix, try to figure some things out. In the meantime, I want to talk about the M11-P just a little bit more, just to get into a couple more details. So this camera itself is phenomenal. One thing that I expressed in the video, but I cut it out towards the end, was my thought process on the M11-P as a camera versus the other ones. My perspective is honestly, if you shoot M body cameras, it all starts to become the same. And quite frankly, once you fall in love with the experience of making photos with an M, all of it becomes much more seamless, which is a great thing, but there's also a lot of similarities in what's happening. So to be honest with you, like, yes, this camera, it feels way better in the hands. There's a lightness to it that feels good. The grip is there. but all the Leica M cameras feel good. And what's funny is like even like the older M8s and M9s that tend to be a bit bulkier still feel great in the hands. So while yes, there's a slim form factor to this, stuff like that doesn't necessarily move the needle for me personally, because after all, it all feels the same when it's sitting in my hand. You know, like all of this is still the same action. So I wanted to make note of that, because I'm not necessarily the right person to come to if you want to dive into a spec-driven review. But what I did want to do, and what I do want to do, is just talk about it from a artistic, creative approach. And from that, I think this camera is absolutely amazing. The low light is really, really good. And obviously there's high ISO on this thing. The menu is super simplified. I personally, as you can tell from the video, really enjoyed the 50 Summilux lens that Leica sent over as well. The M11-P has been a star, but I think the superstar has been the 50mm lens as well. I have fallen in love with this lens, where I think this is the priority for me next purchase, is to get a 50. You guys heard me going on rants multiple times about not having this in my workflow, and that's true. Pretty much up until this point, I've shot pretty much exclusively with 28 and 35. So this is really like the first time really punching in and having that. So there's been a lot of excitement. And also I've noticed how much I've neglected having that in my work, in my workflow, in my style. So it's been really, really complimentary, and I really appreciate it. So with that in mind, just to wrap up the video, I wanted to end it with some photos of the 50 on the M11-P, some that you may have not seen already, but also the 50 on the M6. I figured it would be nice, since Leica sent over both the M11-P and the 50, to highlight both the M11-P and the 50. So let's highlight the 50 on a mix of digital and, of course, with the film M6. Hope you guys enjoy, and see you guys next week. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, I'm the boss.